Okay, welcome back, YouTube. So, apparently I just did a mistake and did the entire Act 10 to showing you only the POV the entire time I'm running Act 10. So that'll probably end up being uploaded as a blooper. So you can hear the audio of me doing all of Act 10, but you won't see anything. Sort of to provide you how the bosses go, I'm going to go ahead and rerun the Act 10 bosses. Obviously, I'll be a little overleveled relative to where I was when I did them the first time. But I'm going to go ahead and rerun those bosses just so you can see how the bosses go, and then I'm going to run Lab 4. So let me get up to... And obviously, at this point, I have beaten Kitava, as we're in the post-game map zone. Act 10, we'll drop in a control box. So basically I'm going to do a quick run through on all three bosses so you can actually see how the boss fight works and goes. And then we'll do lab number 3, which would have previously probably been its own separate video. I suppose in a way it will be its own separate video, it'll just be a blooper video. That would have been what was said during Act 10. So really the only gear change I did between Act 10 and now is I swapped out the belt so that I would stay resist capped post Kitava. Otherwise it's basically the same gear. I suppose other than showing you how the boss fight goes, I don't need to sit here and kill things, so I'm going to sort of spin through quickly. To get to the boss, to show you how the three boss fights go. We've got the optional boss, which is what I did first. And this boss fight wasn't that bad. Basically, was just able to face tank the boss the entire time. I might have to actually face tank the boss a little bit less because I don't have the unique belt on. The unique belt I was wearing was giving me some lifesteal on hit. And that was basically all it was doing. So, if the life starts to get really low, I'll have to actually start dodging. Instead of face tanking like I did the first time through. And yeah, in a way this is kind of a boring boss fight. Because for most of the boss fight I'm just sort of sitting next to the boss punching it in the face until it dies. And that's how that fight pretty much went. Didn't change much, obviously, by, well, I think I think we literally leveled up twice since I did the boss the first time. Then the next one's going to be Avernus Reconstructed. First time through, I did die to Avernus. I think one of the slams hit me. So I don't know if it's the slam off of Avernus that got me, or the slam off of one of his statues. But we're just going to run over to him again. Wind death's not that bad, so I didn't really even care that much the first time through. And there's a decent chance the second time through I won't get got by the slam. Why am I even stopping to kill these things? I don't know if you guys kill these things. They're not physically in my way, keep going. Oh, and I think I also died once in this zone to a possessed rare. There's one of the possessed rares, which was just that hard of a hitter. Didn't actually die to Kitava. I was actually expecting to die to Kitava and die to other things in Act 10. Well, best not get too cocky. I might die to Kitava on the one that you actually get to see. This is the Avernus fight. Avernus reassembled. It wasn't really that hard of a fight. I just sort of got clipped by one of the slams. Evasion dodge builds aren't necessarily known for their mitigation of physical attack damage. Which is one of the reasons I have the granite flask. Because when that's up, that's actually a decent amount of physical mitigation. So here, starting to come into the statues. Yeah, I'm thinking it probably was one of the statues. I was probably paying too much attention to trying to dodge his slams and got one of the statue slams on me instead. Yeah, and unless I actually get clipped by a slam again, I don't see this build or this fight going any bad, any worse than it did the previous time. And even if I get clipped by one of the slams, that happened last time, so it's just a recreation. So yeah, you can see that was a slam. So if I got criticaled by a slam, then I would definitely die in one hit to a slam. I think that's what happened last time. And I think it was one of the statue slams and not his slam. You got a big long wind up, but if you're trying to dodge him and dodge his lasers while trying to be close enough to hit him with the cyclone, those statues are decently hard to dodge. And that was that fight. So now I'll go show you Kitava quickly. Let me just clear out the larger items in the inventory I don't need. We got space.
By the light of...
I also haven't picked up the skill points for Kitava yet. If you're wondering why I was able to pick something up there.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Apparently I already have those unique goods.
Greetings. Remember, we do this for freedom. Hello
Okay,
there.
so let's go face Kitava. Usually left, so I probably just went the wrong way. Well, maybe this is the right way today. This run. Through this zone. And at this point, I just want to show you how the Kitava fight goes. So I am just trying to literally run through the zone, kill whatever gets in the way, and it was convenient to kill without having to stop. I have a little bit of discipline issues with trying not to kill everything I see. No, it's not, because I'm not going to do your side quest. Mainly cleaning those so that I can get my flask charges back so I can run faster. Here's Kitava. We'll go ahead and fight Kitava again. Just to show you how the Kitava fight goes. I have a little bit less hit points than the first time because of the change in belt. Might also have a little bit more damage. Feels like I have a little bit more damage. Okay, first phase down, onto the first heart phase. Whoops. Ooh. Wasn't expecting the heart phase to be what gets me. But it was what got me. Try not to brick the fight. Okay. So during the heart phases, the ads spawn in infinitely. This is something I brought up when I was doing the fight the first time. Is the ads during the heart phase are infinite. So you've got to sort of balance between trying to get out of the heart phase as quickly as possible. While at the same time trying to kill the heart. You know, I did the first time. No deaths. I've already died once. And in theory, the only thing I've changed is I changed the belt. I suppose the other belt, I think, had some lifesteal on it. So this belt's got a bunch of resists, so it's how I'm resist capped after defeating Kitava. I think the other belt also had some life, but this one doesn't. Oh, I suppose one other thing I didn't fix as far as this goes is I'm now more chaos resist down. So maybe that's chaos damage coming that's getting me. Second heart phase. Yeah, I'm feeling it's chaos damage. Because the chaos damage is doing 20 to 30% more damage. Which it didn't do the first time through. Okay. Final phase of fighting Kitava himself. And then one last cart phase and we'll be done with the fight. And I'll be going off to the lab to show you hopefully how well the build does the lab. comes the final heart phase. Hopefully I don't die to the chaos damage again. Trying to clear the unique ads. I think there where most of the chaos damage comes from. And then we try to get the heart down. So I didn't have to worry as much about the chaos damage the first time through, because I didn't have the minus 30% from beating Kitava the second time. Not bad to loot this time, though. Nothing I'm planning on using. Almost there with the boots. Could. Yeah, if the boots had movement speed on them or had a all resist, I could probably work the boots. Yeah, there's Kitava, so now I can take those skill points and not have the build be significantly different from where it was before. And then let's go do laboratory number 3. Or labyrinth number 3, not laboratory. Into the labyrinth. I suspect, not 100% sure, I suspect it shouldn't have a problem with running labyrinth. But I could be wrong. This could be a build that doesn't really like labyrinth. I know the SRS popcorn build I run, usually as my league starter, is not actually all that fond of labyrinth.
Beauty will grow from your remains.
And we are level 66 in a 68 zone. Which means we're not taking any penalties for leveling, but does mean we kind of the other way around, right? We could be much higher level and still not take penalties as well. Wow, he's got some regen on him. Yeah, you're not worth the effort. Now I gotta go find keys. It's a key day. Whoops.
Justice is served.
I got my butt handed to me in the labyrinth. So we're gonna try that one last time, because that was really early on, and I died to the minions of all things. Worst case scenario, this is going to be an episode that basically ends with bloopers, if anything else.
The goddess is watching.
Yeah, definitely thinking I need to do some improvements on the build for early maps. Because definitely the item set I have running at this point is showing its age.
Where there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
I'm very much missing that life steal that I had on the attacks apparently. Didn't realize how much that was actually helping. Got the golden key.
Let the day
Go through the golden
dawn,
door.
golden with possibility.
And then and we'll see if it actually handles Zara, right? Seems we got
The weary
clamped by
traveler
some minions a
draws
little
close
while
to
ago.
the end of the path. Some things that slumber should never be awoken. Strike with fidelity.
Alright, so it looks like the Zaro... Personally, the Zaro fight doesn't need to be that bad when he's running double swords. For the build.
Such resilience. Pity the Emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Ooh, almost got by the traps there. One thing I probably should add to the build is should probably add a guard skill of some sort. I haven't been running a guard skill, and that's probably a mistake. Would probably help with the tankiness. Wouldn't be that much of a burden as far as the gem slots go. Zaro second
When
second
the
portion
time
in
comes
the
to
labyrinth.
strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Slow to enter led us straight to some ends.
Whoops. That shows you one of the major weaknesses of the dodge builds. Is when you don't dodge, things hit hard.
Inexhaustible.
Okay.
Time is not to be wasted.
We'll see if we get as lucky on the next fight with him. Get in.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay, that was close. Haha, that was close. Which way do you want to go? Way's probably best. you're not the way we want to go. So that's probably the way we want to go, so let's figure out how to get over there. There is the way to the final fight.
Can afford to be
So if I succeed on this fight, this will be the end of the video. If I fail this fight, this will probably also be the end of the video.
Our throne is the most devious trap of them all.
I don't know, traps are pretty trappy, even without being thrones.
Claw your way to the top.
I prefer if you did not stand in the trap, Azara. Makes it harder to avoid the trap myself.
Command is to act.
And there's Azara down. So after sorting out the oops in the first attempt, second attempt we managed to go through the lab. Well, not perfectly, there was a couple close calls. Build was able to run Lab 3 straight after Kitava with no problems. Well, with minor problems. Plus expect quality, we'll dumb down the Frenzy of Onslaught. And that's Lab 3. So I also finished up the recap of running the Act 10 bosses, because I accidentally showed you the POB the entire time I was running Act 10. So that'll go up sort of as a blooper. So if you're interested in the audio to Act 10, you can listen to the audio to Act 10. And if you're not, sorry, well, that's what I got, because I didn't actually get the video component of that. But yeah, Act 10 went mostly smoothly. Well, it went smoothly for a softcore build. The build, at least how I built it, is maybe not where you want it for hardcore, if you were to run hardcore. Well, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and end the video. If you're watching on YouTube, this Path of Exile will probably not be the next video, as I'm going to have to level the build up, and I want to level the build to at least 80 before I do the after-action recap. So we'll see how long that takes. I am recording ahead, so there is a potential the gap might be fairly small, but the gap might also not be fairly small, because I'm expecting to be fairly busy the next few or so weeks. Either way, there will be a video, probably up during the normal noon slot tomorrow. Just current me does not know what future me will do for that slot, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise. And yeah, the recap video, I'm going to wait until I get the character leveled up to 80, which may take some time. Got to do 13 levels worth of grinding. And I'm not going to live record that for YouTube, because a lot of that's going to be sort of spinning through maps and stuff like that. Assuming the build is stable enough for re-clearing maps like that. Yep. And if you're watching on Twitch, I know the VODs stay up on Twitch for 7 days, so if you're watching on Twitch, I hope you enjoy the VODs, past and present. I don't necessarily know how much time I'll have over the next couple weeks to do streaming, but assuming I am streaming, there'll probably be more VODs up on YouTube, on Twitch, and obviously there'll be earlier parts up on Twitch, or up on YouTube, because I upload everything to YouTube. Don't necessarily do some mild editing where I stop and start recordings at the moment. So there'll be some things that are on Twitch only. But most of the stuff will be on YouTube in the end. So either way, I hope everyone's been enjoying the content, and sorry for the bad showing on Act 10 as far as not showing the actual video. I forgot to swap back from the POB because I was showing Twitch the POB between Act 9 and Act 10 and didn't swap back to the Path of Exile screen. So catch you next time. I hope you have a good time until then.